This is the Dave and Shecky Show. We got this groovy podcast for ya. Reviewing crazy tunes or quoting Twain and Sting and Dune. We'll bring ideas to share like bonus points for extra flair, cause it's the frickin' Dave and Shecky Show. This is the Dave and Shecky Show. We're bringing you this groovy review. We might preview movies, bake some bread, or drink some smoothies. So come on, have way too much caffeine. You roll up some rivers, I'll reference some Raffy. This is the Dave and Shecky Show.
Hello. I'm gonna have to do the whole show talking like this.
No, you're not doing that. No,
Why? It's one of those weird videos where people really dig this kind of voice.
Oh, the ASMR?
Oh, I thought it was ASHOLE.
People like to have a relaxed voice. Listen. They like to listen to quiet tones.
Part 4.
And like noises.
Okay, so to tell you the truth, the whole show's been hijacked. It's an intervention for this guy named Tom.
What?
You know who you are there, Tom.
Tom?
Hey, Tom.
Tom Estrada?
Keep it in the pants, Tom. We know what you're up to.
What are you talking about?
Don't make us play the sex offender shuffle, you bastard.
Who are you talking to?
I don't know, some random Tom.
There's
Next week it's Dick, and then Harry.
Oh,
Okay.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the show. This is the Middle-Aged Cool Kids super terrific podcast featuring your pals.
Tony.
Your pal's Tony. Okay. I'm Tony, and I guess so is he. So there you
It's
go.
spelled differently, though. It's kind of like the pop band from the 80s.
Are you talking about Tony?
Yes, but there's one Tony missing because that guy's a complete asshole.
Uh-huh.
He's like, he thinks he could be the solo guy in the band. Turns out his name's not even Tony. It's Raphael.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
Raphael Sadiq.
Tony, Raphael Sadiq.
He was the head of Tony. As far as, unless you ask the other two guys. The other two Tonys.
No one has asked them, I'm sure.
Raphael is very talented.
Well, good for him. Bless your heart, Raphael Sadiq.
He's from Oakland.
Yeah, well, there you go. So before we start our show, I just wanted to tell you that California is burning. Again.
You better wear some flowers in your hair, fucko.
No, but this is what I wanted to say. The other day, there was that horrific mass slaughter at that country event. The Borderline, I believe it was called, the Borderline Bar.
Okay.
And I think that is Ventura County. Today, I guess starting last night, there are fires in that same area, that Thousand Oaks, and now, most recently, there's one in Glendale, right by the zoo. I honestly feel that these fires, the one up above in Santa Rosa, I feel like they are acts of terrorism. I really do.
Nah, I don't believe it.
I absolutely believe it, and I guess this is a conspiracy for me, but not for you. I feel like I honestly feel like people sometimes go out of their way and start these fires for terroristic motives. And seeing that all these three things are happening in the same area in the same couple of days, that is my assessment. But currently, yes, Glendale is burning.
Hey, Watts, man. Still trying to get over Watts, bro.
Okay. Anywho, I would like to now talk about the topic of the show. Are you prepared for that?
Yeah.
So Dave does not like comic book movies, yet I somehow force him to watch them all the time.
That's why I was pleased when we were going to watch this wonderful movie.
Because this one has one of our favorites, Paul Rudd. We watched Ant-Man and the Wasp,
I
And
thought it was going to be a Dinesh D'Souza documentary about Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton.
okay,
I was mistaken.
all right.
Then I thought maybe it's a remake of Annie Hall. You know, with Diane Keaton and Woody Allen.
Oh,
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man and the Wasp. I see.
But no, there's nothing like that about this movie.
No, it is Paul Rudd and the lovely Evangeline Lilly, who we all know as Freckles from Lost, who she was really one of my favorites. And I love Paul Rudd. You agree, right?
That you love Paul Rudd? Yes.
You love Paul Rudd too, don't
I like
you?
Paul Rudd.
Oh, now you just like him.
Hey, take it easy.
You don't want to say love because
I
we're
don't
on
love
the show
Paul
right now?
Rudd. Hey, no one's going to tell me that I love Paul Rudd.
He loves Paul Rudd.
Oh, Jesus, I love Paul Rudd.
This house loves Paul Rudd.
The weather outside is weather, all right?
The weather outside is weather.
Paul Rudd, more like that guy really digs the Kansas City Royals.
Oh, okay. Anywho, we watched Ant-Man and the Wasp. It is a Marvel comic book movie. One of their more funnier ones because Paul Rudd is just perfectly funny.
Well, who makes the Deadpool movies?
That is also Marvel.
All right, so that's their thing.
What do you mean?
It's kind of sort of like alternative comic book movies.
No, I mean no, no,
They're
I mean
not
there
alternative?
there are a few of them that are alternative. Deadpool is a more recent one, but Captain America, and
this one seems a little less. Although it was comic booky, it didn't seem so comic booky.
Really, it had two superheroes flying in capes and changing the sizes of things.
They didn't come off as superheroes, though.
Well, no, he's an everyman. He's even worse than an everyman.
I don't know. It didn't seem like a superhero movie.
What did it seem like to you? Just like an action adventure?
It seemed like a underground superhero movie. It didn't seem so over the top with all its bullshit. Although there was plenty of bullshit.
You mean like there was no like evil bad guy?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like Superman from the 1970s with Christopher Reeve. Like that movie seems like a classic interpretation of what I would think a comic book would be. A comic book movie. That's what I think of when I think of a comic book movie.
Right.
And it has traditional comic book ridiculousness in it. Values and all the whatever.
Like the old Batman movies.
Yeah.
I mean, TV show.
Yeah, but even with a little bit less humor and just more like deadpan humor. I don't know. Just this doesn't.
I mean,
like
almost all of these Marvel movies have some comedy in them.
Yeah, but they're just. I don't know. This seems like a whole nother thing than the Infinity Wars.
Yeah, you did not like Infinity War.
Horrible.
I would say that millions of people disagree with you, but I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. All right. Relax. Let's do some ASMR.
Let's shop Black Friday early. Why don't we just make every fucking day Black Friday then, you morons? What is it? What are we in, Christmas already? Thanksgiving hasn't happened, you assholes. Well, let's just celebrate 4th of July at fucking Christmas time. Go fuck yourself. Ant-Man, get on that.
So
Let me tell you something.
okay.
Before you cut in, you're always cutting me off, as they say. No, I'm just kidding. But seriously,
well, fuck you.
the best part of Ant-Man was that Spanish guy.
Yes, I agree.
He's the best part.
Pena?
He's not a Pena. He was great.
He is what John Leguizamo should be and never was.
Michael Pena.
Michael Pena
He stole the fucking show.
stole the show.
So there. Take that. Boom.
I will say this. Michael Pena they should take every movie that's had John Leguizamo as the plucky Spanish sidekick and re-edit this young man into it because he has the it factor.
I got to tell you, this movie had everything you kind of want in a movie because it had Lawrence Fishburne in it.
Yes.
And that man is a damn good actor.
That man is amazing.
Everything he's in, he becomes the role.
I love him. I love Lawrence Fishburne.
He's like Giancarlo Stanton only. I mean, Giancarlo.
He's
what's his
hitting them
name?
home runs.
Yeah, no. The other guy.
Esposito.
Yes, exactly. My other favorite from that movie. They were both in School Days. Now,
I see.
That's why Spike Lee is good, because he knows how to pick good actors.
All right.
The only thing good about Spike Lee is that he can pick good actors.
Okay.
Tell you the truth, who can't pick good? Well, I can pick good actors.
Yeah.
I went to NYU. I could pick good actors. Why am I not Spike Lee?
I don't know.
Because I didn't waste all my money on the credit cards to make a movie on a gamble, and I'm not black.
Mm-hmm.
My dad's not
Yeah.
a hip jazz cat
No.
who got busted for heroin.
Okay. This is why I cut you off, apparently.
You know,
That's
Spike
what-
Lee
oh,
and,
okay.
and Mario Van Peebles, or is it Marvin? Which one is it? Mario?
I don't know the Van Peeble family.
Come on, there's the son and the father. Sweet Sweetback, the black exploitation director. Oh, jeez. Okay, I'm going out of bounds here. I got a free Stokely Carmichael autograph if you want.
Oh.
Just email me.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Anyway, this movie is, there was an Ant-Man movie a few years ago with Paul Rudd and the same players, and this was a sequel.
Michael Pena was in the first one?
I believe Michael Pena was in the first one. They, in the first one, I'm pretty sure you've seen it with me. Paul Rudd is getting out of jail.
I don't really recall seeing it.
He, he's petty thief. He's not like a mastermind criminal or something. Anyway, so this movie starts off though with a flashback, and within 5 seconds of the beginning of the flashback, I was just stunned by how far the CGI has come. I was just stunned by it. They had used something similar in the last one to make Michael Douglas look younger, and they've done it before with Tony Stark to make him look younger. But this movie, Michelle Pfeiffer, Michael Douglas, the first 10, 15, 20 seconds of the movie, you're just shocked. Like, I'm not even sure I know what's happening because I'm just shocked by how absolutely perfect they look. At this point, there's no need for new actors. We can just make our existing actors look 20 again. It's amazing. I was amazed, and I haven't enjoyed Michelle Pfeiffer so much ever. Just in this movie, they made her look young in the beginning, and then at the end, they kind of made her look a little older, so she'd be, closer to Michael Douglas's age. I don't think she's nearly as old as him, but she looked stunning. As older Michelle Pfeiffer, her hair was white. She looked amazing. So, what do you have to say, Dave?
I liked it.
Well, what did you think about those effects?
Oh, the effects were, excuse me, the effects were quite impressive. Those were some great effects.
Okay.
No, seriously. I thought when they made Lawrence Fishburne younger and thinner, that was impressive. At the beginning of the movie, I didn't even know what was going on. I didn't know who I was looking at, quite frankly. I didn't know it was Michael Douglas. I was just taking in the whole scene, so I wasn't as impressed as you were.
Yeah. Well, you didn't know that it was Michelle Pfeiffer.
No.
And I was like, oh my God, look, that's amazing. And you're like, why? And I said, because she's not 25. And I don't think you understood that was happening. And Michael Douglas, I mean, he looked Streets of San Francisco, Michael Douglas.
That's true.
It was outstanding. It was an outstanding use of technology, and
they should have had Kirk Douglas in the movie.
No,
Then he could have played an old man, like he could have had him been like 100, and they wouldn't use any effects.
Okay, and I wish I would have loved to have seen more flashbacks, because I was just loving the effect, but that's just me.
Yeah, I liked the movie. There's just a couple things I didn't like.
Well, let's okay. So anyway, in this movie, they somehow figure out that Michelle Pfeiffer, Evangeline Lilly's mom, maybe in fact was still alive somewhere in the quantum dimension, where she had last been seen when she had gone subatomic to save, I don't know, a city from some sort of weapon. And so she had gone subatomic and she went into the weapon and stopped it. But then at that point, she was lost forever. And here we go, 30 years later-ish, 25, 30 years later. And they think maybe they can get her out. And so that's the basis of the movie. But their technology that they've developed to save her is also wanted by other people.
Why wouldn't it be?
Yeah, I mean...
30 years later, they see her. She pops out, and she's got a 100% makeover. Where's she shower for the last 30 years?
I don't know that you need to shower when you're... Okay.
How would you come out fully made up with a whole new outfit on?
Well, she went in there as the ant, as the wasps. That was what she came out as. That was the outfit she had on.
The makeup?
She was just lovely. She didn't have makeup. She was just naturally lovely.
No, she had a lot of makeup on.
All right. Well, that's what you say.
It's hard to suspend the disbelief when they could have just, had her in a pod the first scene and restored her.
All right.
That would have worked better.
Yeah, and then the movie would have been shorter.
No, you know what else?
What?
That little girl. She needs to be out of the whole movie.
The little girl, Paul Rudd's little daughter?
Yeah, she's just a bummer, man. She can't act. That chick's a drag.
Oh, snap. I thought she was cute.
I don't like that chick, and I don't like the ghost. That I got no sympathy for the ghost. Get rid of that fucking character. I had no sympathy for the ghost. Ava, and how was she black as a child and white as an adult? What happened there?
She was mulatto.
Oh.
What, is that a bad word now?
It is.
It is? Really?
Yeah, it's bad. It's been bad since the 90s.
Are you kidding me?
It's been bad since I had a friend who was a mulatto. I used to think it was the same as a Milano mint cookie, but that's just me, a slightly dyslexic.
I didn't know mulatto was a bad term. She is a mixed race child, and she is a
Muliana.
No, Mulyan is not...
Eggplant?
Yeah, that's a bad word.
It is?
Yeah, if an Italian is talking about a Mulyan, they're talking about black people.
Is that an Italian slur?
Yeah, it is an Italian slur.
Is it a real Italian word?
Mullignan. Yeah, it means eggplant.
So if I went to Italy and I said I want a Mullignan Parmesan, they would look at me and say, okay.
Dave, when we lived on 109th, we'd go to that Italian restaurant, and the thing that we would get had Mullignan in the title.
Yeah, look at them now. They're closed, okay?
Yeah,
we made sure of that.
Their food was good. What was the name of that place? It was like 107th and Broadway?
I don't remember what it was called.
It was very good. Anyway, so yes, we had it was some sort of eggplant dish because we were vegetarians.
Eggplant Mullignan.
Dave, you just said eggplant. And you screamed it. You just said eggplant.
Oh, wasn't convincing?
No.
Did I sound like I wanted eggplant?
You sounded like you're a lunatic.
Mullignan. I don't think that's a good thing to say.
No, I've already established that it is not, yet you continue to do it.
Okay, I'll stop doing that.
All right.
Arrivederci.
Okay.
Is that a slur?
Is that Ron Perillo? No, arrivederci is not.
Ron Perillo? What is that? What is he? Who is that?
I think he's passed away.
But his son hasn't. He lives on.
Mario Perillo.
That's right. Ron is still kicking ass.
I don't know that Ron is a real person.
Ron is his son. He's running the business.
No, that's Ron Palillo. And now we're confusing our Perillos.
Wait a minute. Is this Welcome Back, Kotter?
Okay.
Who's the?
Horshack.
He's gone.
Yeah.
Horshack has gone on to the senior class.
Horshack is sadly no longer with us.
I remember when we were kids, sweat hog was a derogatory term.
It was a derogatory term. It was almost like the N-word, where the sweat
hogs.
Okay.
Oh, jeez. There you go.
The Sweat Hogs embraced the term that the people used for them with disdain, and they also began calling themselves that.
Yeah, kind of like black people and the other bad word.
I have already said that.
Why? I wasn't listening.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Okay, I'm just kidding. I heard you.
I don't know. I don't know if you did or not.
But I did.
Okay. This time.
I'm looking at you sideways.
You're not looking at me at all?
What? I'm sideways looking at you.
You're not. I just looked and you're not. Oh, now
Well,
you
that was
are.
just for that 1 second.
Stop it.
Okay. Now I'm looking.
Now you're making. Stop it.
What?
You make
No,
me
no.
uncomfortable.
Oh, Jesus.
Weirdo.
Stop looking at me. I don't know what that was.
It's me sighing because we can't get through a thought.
This is a thought.
What?
Boom.
Okay.
What was the name of the physics? What kind of physics were they dealing with in that movie?
Quantum physics.
Yeah. They should have called that movie Quantum Mindfuck.
Okay.
That would have been better than Ant-Man and Wasp. What an unoriginal title.
Well, that's the comic book characters are the Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You know, Laverne and Shirley. What is this, Laverne and Shirley?
It's Ant-Man and the Wasp.
You know, they didn't call Happy Days Fonz and Richie.
They might have.
They should have. There goes my argument.
Yep. Ant-Man and the Wasp, I believe the Wasp is the first female character who from a Marvel comic to have her name in a movie title.
Her name's the Wasp?
Yes, she's the Wasp. He's Ant-Man, and she is the Wasp.
Well,
Uh-huh.
so you're telling me that Evangeline Lilly is the Wasp.
Yes.
Now, what would that make the Wasp's mother?
She was the Wasp.
They're all wasps.
No.
He's not. Did they all have wings?
No.
Just he does. Why is he an ant anyway?
Because that's the original suit.
Well, what happened?
The original suit, as worn by Michael Douglas, was Ant-Man.
Well, what, he get bitten by an ant?
I think he just has a fond...
memory of ant movies.
Not a fond memory of ant, but just a fondness for ants, perhaps.
Okay.
But he did the original suit.
We should call this movie Weirdo in the Wasp.
And I don't think the original Wasp suit had wings. I think he put the wings on for Evangeline Lilly.
He said that. He
Yes.
gave her wings. Oy vey.
So, yeah. And it's funny because, well, whatever. I don't even know. I'm
What?
lost.
Tell me.
It's just because they go through and they I love her hair in this one. The last one, I did not like her hair. And they even say, look at my haircut. It's all business.
Oh, she had the bowl cut?
Yeah, and it was not. I didn't like the choice for her. It doesn't look good on her face. Evangeline Lilly is beautiful, and when you have that bad of a haircut on her, it takes away.
It seems like, what's the chick who plays Inara?
Morena Baccarin.
She wasn't available?
Morena Baccarin is the girlfriend in the Deadpool movies.
That last name is provocative.
Baccarin?
Yeah, back her into what? The corner?
Okay.
All right, hashtag me too.
Why? Why?
Back her in. What's that must have been a rough high school.
I believe she's not from this country.
Oh, that's good.
She might be Brazilian or something. I don't know. She's also ridiculously beautiful.
That's true. Her name could be Back Her in the Ass, and she'd still get over.
Dave?
That was her nickname.
David?
She was a little bit obnoxious. Hey, it's Back Her in the Ass.
David? Hi. Let's pull in the reins.
Sorry.
Let's pull in the reins a little bit.
Sorry. If I can quote Bill Burr, sorry.
Yeah. No, you cannot quote Bill Burr.
If I could, never mind.
Oh, dear Lord. I don't even know what to say right now. You have managed
I'm just saying,
to... Okay.
with the last name Baccarin,
Her name is Baccarin.
that's sweet like saccharin.
Okay. Why don't you just take over the show? Because I don't.
No, keep going. I
Keep
gotta
going
say,
how?
The
You're
best
going
part
to-
of this movie was, like I said, that Spanish kid.
Yes.
And then the second best part of the movie was the Italian guy.
Oh, Bobby Carnevale.
That is a good last name.
He's been in so much stuff.
He should be a band leader.
Oh.
The Bobby Carnevale Big Band.
Ah.
Eh? Now we're talking.
I bet he looked
Johnny
nice
Sax
in
on
a-
guitar, all right?
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. He looked good in a nice white tux with a black bow tie. Maybe dancing with the band as they're playing. I could see that.
He's got the name.
He's got the name.
He's got the look.
And I believe, what was her? Is her name Pam Grier? No. Wendy Grier? No.
Pam Grier?
No.
Foxy Brown?
No.
Oh.
Something Grier.
Uh,
The woman who played the ex-wife and mother of the child you didn't seem to like.
Right. I guess I've seen her and stuff before.
Yeah, she's in commercial. She was in that movie with George Clooney that you didn't see, so I'm not even.
Which movie?
You didn't see it.
Yeah.
The Descendants.
Oh, what was the movie where he was in the air? He's always in the air, that guy. Is
Oh,
he a
with-
pilot? He plays a pilot a lot, I think.
I don't think he does. I think that he was a passenger on that movie.
What is he, a Bob Weir song? Never mind.
He is Rosemary Clooney's nephew.
That man comes from royalty.
Now all of a sudden you like him.
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah,
His dad was a famous broadcaster.
he was.
Yeah. What's his name?
I don't know. You're telling me.
Mr. Clooney.
Oh, okay. Yes,
they
I
call him.
remember him well.
Yes.
He was fantastic.
No, he was one of these on-air personalities. That's why George Clooney comes from an on-air personality, and then anyone who's related to Rosemary Clooney is going to be happening.
I used to play a game, Rosemary Clooney or Wayne Newton.
Really? I guess I don't recall, because I would pick Rosemary Clooney all the time.
Well, it was a matter of, could you tell the difference between who was singing?
Oh.
Because they sound very much alike.
That's pretty interesting. That's good for Wayne Newton. And then, who's his father?
His father.
Nick Clooney.
Where do you see that?
It's Nick Clooney in the morning. Yeah.
His mother, Nina Bruce, was a beauty queen and a city councilwoman. His father, Nick Clooney, is a former anchorman and television host, including 5 years on the AMC network. I have never heard of Nick Clooney.
I think he's more of a West Coast cat.
His cousins include actors Miguel Ferrer,
Now, that is a happening dude who passed away.
Rafael Ferrer.
I don't know about him. You know Miguel Ferrer. He had the low voice.
Yes.
He passed away.
All right. Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
And Gabriel Ferrer, who is married to singer Debbie You Light Up My Life Boone.
Debbie Boone, Pat Boone.
So there you go. I don't know why you're so interested in him, but I still don't recall his dad.
I am not so interested in him.
You seem very excited about... Yeah, no, I have no idea who that is.
Okay. It's a whole miss.
You're a miss.
Why don't the Democrats run George Clooney for president? He's got the look. What the fuck are they waiting for?
I think that...
He's got some skeletons in his Clooney closet.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
George Closet Clooney.
George Clooney may not be the straightest man in the world. And I think,
that doesn't matter anymore.
Doesn't matter
we're ready.
anymore.
We're here and we're ready to go.
Okay, Dave.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh.
Sorry.
It doesn't matter anymore. But if you want to act like the other day, we want to bring this up. I'm watching one of my beloved Hallmark Christmas movies, and there's Neil Patrick Harris playing the role of a straight person.
Everybody loves Doogie.
Everybody loves him,
It's my new movie.
but I can't. I get.
He's not a good enough actor.
It's not that he's not a good enough actor. It's just that I know.
Lawrence Fishburne could play a flaming homosexual, and I would believe it.
Yes, but that's
know
the
he's
thing.
not.
But I don't know what he is. I'd rather not know if he was or wasn't, because then when I see him in a movie, like I did with Doogie
so you're
Howser,
saying he's so outspoken that he's ruined it to be an actor.
he's not. He hasn't ruined it, but he has taken away a lot of it
Belief
from
is
me.
no longer suspended.
Yeah, I mean, if he was in a Hallmark Christmas movie where he was a gay man, I would buy it way better, but it wasn't the case. So I think that that's why actors still stay in the closet.
I think George Clooney could run for president, and he would get a lot of votes.
He probably would, but that doesn't. He wouldn't get my vote.
What if he was on the other side?
I tell you, who would get my vote?
What's that?
James motherfucking Woods.
Ooh, that's a rough sell.
To who?
I'm just saying, he looks like a bad guy.
Yeah.
He's like a character actor who got famous.
He used to scare me. I used to not be able to watch movies with him because he's just so evil looking. But because of his Twitter, and he's clearly above average intelligence.
Word on the street is he's got a very large penis.
Well, good for him.
And also, word on the street is that Salvador was a really good movie.
Word on the street is it's snowing like a bitch outside.
Bitches tend to snow.
It is a snowy day. So, I don't know why you wanted to talk about George Clooney. He's not going to be president.
Why was I talking about George Clooney?
I don't know, dude.
I wasn't. I was talking about Rosemary Clooney.
Oh.
You were talking about Rosemary Clooney.
Okay. Rosemary.
Exactly. And why were you talking about her?
Because we were talking about... No, because you started talking about George Clooney, and I brought her up in my game, Rosemary Clooney or
So I just
Wayne
went
Newton.
to George Clooney out of nothing.
Seemingly so.
All right, so where were we before George Clooney?
I don't, Dave. I have not a clue.
Before this, George Clooney became the center for everyone's attention.
Mm-hmm. Your attention.
Sure he's not a pilot? I thought he was a pilot. Okay, now we're getting back there. I said he was a pilot.
Oh. You said he was in a movie. He was not a pilot in that movie.
No,
he
he
was a
plays
passenger. And then you said something about Bob Weir.
That's right. Passenger off the album Terrapin Station. Boom.
Terrapin. Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Yeah, for all it's worth, Bob Weir songs were always kind of a little more lighthearted.
Okay. Are you saying all of your favorite songs are Bob Weir songs?
No, it's the opposite. I'm just saying, I didn't know. I thought Bob Weir was kind of like, a brainless, like the bimbo of the band or something. Turns out he's a thinking man's thinking man. Who knew? Who knew Bob Weir was like a pseudo-intellectual?
So what is your favorite Grateful Dead song?
I don't have a favorite. I don't got a favorite, nothing. But I happen to like a lot of them.
Do you have a favorite wife?
Yeah, she's a younger woman.
Okay.
She's a redhead with 2 10s.
Okay.
Wait, that's my amplifier.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
What?
This is what I said yesterday. Let's watch a movie because it'll be easier.
It is easier. This is great. It's giving me a lot of stuff to work with over here.
Okay. We're not talking about the movie. We've gone from the movie to Clooney's to...
Didn't I tell you about the time I was caught up in this quantum physics experiment and this ant bit me?
No, I don't believe there's an ant biting. This is not a Spider-Man thing.
Spider-Man, get over here.
This is not a Spider-Man type of thing. I will say that this...
What came first, Spider-Man or Ant-Man? And then you can say what you're going to say.
I believe Spider-Man is one of the originals.
Oh, okay.
I could be wrong.
Here's what I want to know. When are they going to make the Wasp and Ant-Man movie, huh? There's this, hashtag when. About time. Hashtag about time. Eh? Hashtag not my tempo.
What?
I don't know. I'm going to bring back, Whiplash, the movie. Hashtag not my tempo.
Ugh. That movie, I couldn't finish watching that movie. Did you know what happened at the end?
They all get together and shoot heroin and start playing rock music.
Well, there you go. That sounds like a good ending.
I don't know. I didn't watch the end of it. The shit made me nauseous.
Yeah, I thought you would like it, but it was not. It was very. Made me uncomfortable.
It was a cliche. You know what else is a cliche? This horrible movie that's going to win all these fucking awards called A Beautiful Boy.
What is that about?
Should call it A Beautiful Piece of Shit.
What is it about? I don't even know.
It's about these memoirs of this kid and his father dealing with his prescription addicted pill kid. Oh, it's going to be a real tearjerker with Steve Carell. I told you about it.
Oh, that's
and guess what? He's got a Volvo 240. How come every movie they got a Volvo 240? What is that? To this day, everyone drives a Volvo 240 still in movies.
It's probably the same Volvo 240 in all the movies.
I don't know what it is. I think it has something to do with a very large windshield because of it being a boxy square car.
Oh, and they take the mirror out, right?
That's true, but I don't know.
Well, maybe that's what,
All I'm just saying, this movie, the scene they're going to have as the Oscar-winning scene, to me, was the biggest joke I ever seen. All right? Now that's all I'm going to say. The scene where he's in the cafeteria. Get out of here.
You know a million times more than I do about this movie.
You heard it from me. It's a joke.
Okay, Jim Florentine.
It's a fucking joke.
Somehow we were talking about Bill Burr as well, and I'm not sure why.
I'm not sure.
How long do you think they're going to stay together, him and his wife?
How long or what?
Him and his wife going to stay together?
Till the kid's old enough for him to leave.
No,
She'll leave him.
She's definitely going to leave him.
She's going to leave him and take half the money. And the kid.
Yep.
Boom.
She's taking the...
Oh, wait. She wants another kid, maybe. Then she'll leave. Maybe she needs 2 kids.
Is that what she said? She wants another kid?
No, I don't know what she wants.
I doubt it.
I don't like her.
I don't like her either. I think that... I think that's not going to last. I think she'll take the house after they've fixed it. And then she'll...
What is she, the Democrat?
No, I don't know that they both might be. I don't know.
I'm saying she took the house. Get it? Yeah.
Oh, okay. Anywho, Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah.
So I think it moved along quickly. I thought I noticed some places where maybe it was edited down, or maybe not. I don't know.
Who's the Chinese guy? What has he been in?
Chickadee, the Chinese chicken.
The gay Chinese cat.
The gay Chinese cat.
Who was the FBI agent?
Wasn't he the guy from Dharma Initiative?
That's what I thought. He was from Lost?
I think so.
So both him and Evangeline Lilly. Now, what are the people who made this movie got to do with Lost?
He also played, I guess, Kim Jong-un.
Exactly, in the interview.
Yeah, he played Kim Jong-un.
He's been in other stuff, too. He's in lots of stuff. What else have we seen him in? We like him.
Yes.
Is he in that movie, like the Chinese version of the Goldbergs?
What
was that called again?
Oh, Off the Boat or something?
Uh-huh.
Is that what it's called?
I think so.
He's in BoJack Horseman. Yes, Fresh Off the Boat.
Exactly, yeah. He's good. He's excellent.
He's very funny.
See, this movie had an excellent cast.
Yes. Oh, he was in Office Christmas Party. We saw that one. That's the T.J. Miller one, right? No?
I'm trying to remember.
He's been in everything. He probably wasn't even in Lost. That's just me being...
That's a different
racist
Asian guy. There's also the Asian guy who ate the coins in the Supernatural show. What was that movie show?
The Asian guy who ate
He
the
was
coin.
a cop, and he was eating coins, and it was the show where people would change into their different forms. Been on the past few years.
Supernatural?
Yeah. Was that what it's
no.
called?
Yes, with the 2 brothers in the cool car?
No.
Was it...
Now I'm having trouble remembering.
Is it a show I watched?
I think not so much. I think you've seen it, though.
I'm trying to think. The only Supernatural show that I've only...
It was on around the same time as Once Upon a Time.
Once Upon a Time.
But it wasn't Once Upon a Time. Might have even been on like TBS or something.
And they ate coins.
No, they didn't, but this one guy did in one scene because he had some sort of illness or some sort of thing. Actually based on a real medical condition. I think if you put an Asian cop on TV who ate coins, you might come up with the answer.
Shemale Come and Guy Mouth compilation. Is
Oh, yeah. So that's the one. Yeah, click on that.
I'm not fucking doing it.
Oh.
Asian cop TV.
Oh.
It's just this is coin eating. It's all. Hold on. This is disgusting. And I have safe search on moderate. What the hell?
I'm just trying to get you to look up some weird shit.
I guess so.
Yeah, look up Asian guy peeing in corner while white man watches.
What an asshole you might be.
Oh, sorry.
It's.
Come on.
I'm just telling you, bro.
You're telling me you can't find Asian cop, Chinese cop, who eats coins.
Okay. Television.
Come on, it was like the guy.
Chinese cop.
This is the show where the
eats
certain
coins.
characters were like turning into like vampire, werewolves or something, or vampires, or they would turn into it. It turned out the head cop was one of them. It was a black guy and a white guy.
V?
No. Come on, now we gotta know.
I'm
I'm gonna find it.
You're saying Chinese. Are you sure it's not Korean? Let me just take out the Chinese out of it. Television
Oh
cop.
shit, maybe Korean.
I'm Let me look up supernatural shows. Oh, was it the vampire show?
What was that called?
Vampire Diaries?
Mm-mm.
Was it Sookie?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so we've got Supernatural. We got a show called The Originals, which is a spin-off of Vampire.
What's Supernatural?
Was it Grimm?
Grimm. Grimm. That's what it was.
That was the show you watched.
It was Grimm.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh my God.
We solved it.
No, we didn't. That was rough, bro.
Mm-hmm.
They ate coins. I did not watch Grimm. You watched Grimm. A lot.
Well, I stopped watching not long after that. Grimm.
You didn't like that show, huh? You didn't like when they were eating the coins?
I don't know. Something about it got a little grim.
Oh.
But it wasn't that guy. That's the Asian guy. I thought it was him, but it's not him. That's the other Asian guy.
I guess Sleepy Hollow we didn't watch too much. We watched a little bit, but not a lot.
Sleepy Hollow. No, I didn't like that so much.
I started working for VH at that point.
I liked Withering Pines. Was that what it was called?
Withering Pines was great. I loved that.
Is that what it was called? Withering?
Withering Pines. I think it was Withering Pines.
I got it. That was good. Yeah, it's very old.
What?
It's not like that movie. It's not good. It's not good.
Okay. I literally have no idea what
you're saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, I thought the show was going in one direction. It did not.
Where would you like it to go? What else would you like to talk about?
Well, I thought we would have a conversation about the movie, what you liked about it, what you didn't like about it, maybe on a scale of 1 to 10, what you'd think about it.
I think we've done all of that except for the 1 to 10 part.
Well, what did you say you didn't like about it?
I didn't like the girl actress.
The little girl was your big problem.
I didn't like
movie.
her.
Uh-huh.
I didn't like the ghost actress.
So, you didn't like the actress, not necessarily the characters.
I don't like the character or the actress.
Okay.
Maybe just I don't like the character.
Oh, right. Okay. The ghost actress is what we started saying, mulatto.
Whoa.
And you said yes, and you had that reaction.
Don't make me go into George Clooney again.
I'm not sure how we got there. I did not know that was derogatory. term.
Mulatto. Okay, now let's talk about Moulignon. Oh, Jesus, it's a big circle.
It is a big circle. It's a big, terrible circle.
How about True Calling? You liked that show, didn't you?
Loved True Calling.
Is that the one with Harrison?
Yes, her brother was Harrison.
I like Harrison.
You liked Harrison.
He should have his own show.
Well, I'll let him know.
Word on the street, he's into a little bit of the hee-haw.
Is that your secret term for cocaine?
Yeah. Word on the street is he's been watching Roy Clark a little too much.
Roy Clark.
Hee-haw.
Oh, that's yeehaw, isn't it? No, it is hee-haw.
That's hee-haw. I know my hee-haw.
Okay, I didn't know.
Let me tell you something.
Okay.
Roy Clark ain't no joke. Now, what else I didn't like about it was, I liked almost all of it. I got to tell you, that was probably my favorite comic book movie thus far, actually.
You liked it better than Deadpool?
Definitely.
Oh,
definitely
you don't like Deadpool that much?
I like Deadpool, but who is that? Ryan Reynolds?
That is Ryan Reynolds and Morena Baccarin. Okay. Hi, that's enough.
I don't love Ryan Reynolds so much.
Oh, you don't?
He's okay, but
I thought you liked him in Waiting.
no, he's okay, and he was a little younger then too. Mm-hmm. He's all right.
He's married to Blake Lively, you know.
That is probably his problem. He's been tainted by the evil Shiksa goddess.
You don't like Blake Lively?
Not at all.
I'm
much more into Leighton. What's the name?
Leighton Meester.
Leighton Meester.
I love both of them. You can love both of them.
I like Plant Misters, and I like Leighton Meester.
You also were very hung up on little Michelle Trachtenberg, if I remember correctly.
She is a good Jew.
If you don't know, we're talking about people that were
just check her out in
Gossip Girl.
In Road Trip, I think it was. She was great in that.
That's Reese Witherspoon.
European Road Trip or something. The movie with Scoozy.
Oh,
I think she's in that. I'm just saying she's good. You know who else is good? I like those redheaded chicks.
Those redheaded chicks.
The chick who almost died, who made a big comeback in Orange is the New Black. Red-haired chick from Down and Out in Beverly Hills, I think it was.
Oh, yeah.
She had some big problems, and she made a comeback.
She did make a comeback. What was her name? You loved her. You absolutely loved her.
I like her.
But you said red-headed chicks.
Well, she's like, she's that same kind of person.
Wait, what? You said, I like those red-headed chicks.
Yeah, like Michelle Trachtenberg.
Oh, I see what you're saying. It wasn't Down and Out in Beverly Hills.
See, I don't even know what I'm talking about.
It was the slums of Beverly
Hills. What's her name? Leon? Something Leon? Natasha Leon? No, I don't know.
Natasha Leone.
There you go. Is that her?
Yes.
Boom.
The slums of Beverly Hills.
Yeah. Jackson, Coltrane. That's a funny movie.
Uh-huh. Okay. You said the redheads. Is there more than one redhead you like?
Yeah, you.
I'm not redheaded.
Well, you got some highlights.
Mm-hmm. Those highlights are gray.
Shush.
Gray.
50 Shades of Grey.
In
Brian Doyle Murray.
Okay. All right. I don't know what to say. Maybe this is just a short show.
What? How long's it been?
A short show and a shit show.
It's not over yet.
Oh, it's over.
We got to talk about...
I thought you'd be in with me on this fire thing. I honestly did, because I feel like it's a terroristic act.
I don't, though, because every year this happens. The winds kick up and the fucking fires happen.
Dave, it's not Santa Ana time.
With the drought, it's so much Santa Ana time.
I'm sorry, Lois.
There's such a big drought in California that it's always Santa Ana time. Mm-hmm. It's Santa Ana time.
Mm.
Here comes to Santa Ana once again.
Mm-hmm.
What? Frank was better?
I don't necessarily agree that that's the case all the time. I think it's a good cover, but I don't think it's the case all the time. So there's Malibu is under evacuation. That's the Woolsey fire. And then there's the Griffith Park.
There's the fire in Pasadena near David Lee Roth's house. It's the Bozy Bop fire. What, the Woolsey fire? Yeah, can we name it a little more? Let's take that seriously.
Woolsey.
Woolsey?
Woolsey.
Oh.
Woolsey.
Over there in Disney, we got the Yabba Dabba Doo fire. And up in the hills, it's the Don't Worry mudslide.
It's all right. We're going to get through this. Well, as long as Bob is all right.
The Yabba Dabba Doo fire.
As long as our beloved Bob is all right, then we are fine. I haven't heard from Bob lately. He's probably heard the show and now thinks one or both of us are insane.
Well, I'm definitely insane.
You
may have eaten more acid, but I'm definitely insane.
I don't want Bob to think less of us. I think it would break my heart.
Well, there's a whole religion around Bob, but it's a different Bob.
It's a different Bob.
Is that a tax-free exempt organization?
I don't know, but they have a lot of their shows on the Mr. Lobo channel on Roku.
Yeah, that's a very good
The Church of the Subgenius. They have a whole bunch of Bob-related things on OSI74.com or the Roku channel OSI.
Like, what is that?
What, Bob?
Yeah, what actually is that?
The Church of the Subgenius.
The first time I saw it, I thought it was a Devo album cover. What the hell? With the pipe and the hat? What is it?
Yeah, it's like that old school 50s drawing or something.
I think I like it, but I don't know what it is.
It got real big. It's a... hold on, please. The Church of the Subgenius is a parody religion that satirizes better-known belief systems. It teaches a complex philosophy that focuses on J.R. Bob Dobbs, purportedly a salesman from the 50s who is revered as a prophet by the church.
Okay, so this is a spoof of Scientology, clearly.
Yeah, maybe. Subgenius leaders have developed detailed narratives about Dobbs and his relationship to various gods and conspiracies. Their central deity, Jehovah One, is accompanied by other gods drawn from ancient myth and popular fiction. Subgenius literature describes a grand conspiracy that seeks to brainwash the world and oppress Dobbs' followers. In its narratives, the church presents a blend of cultural references in an elaborate remix of sources.
That's crazy.
Yeah, founded in the 70s.
Yeah, it was so big that people didn't know if it was real or not.
There he is.
It's apparently just a whole farce.
Yeah, it's a whole farce. It's like it would seem like it would be some sort of National Lampoon thing.
That's pretty good.
Church of the Subgenius.
What happened in National Lampoon?
What happened to them?
Yeah, I mean, back in the day, that was like, cool people would get the magazine.
Do they still have the magazine?
I don't think so.
It's funny you're even mentioning cool people getting the magazine. I wonder what's happening in our libraries. Do people still go to libraries?
They go there and they shoot up heroin in the bathrooms. Now instead of books, they have to have Narcan kits, to revive heroin addicts. And that and blue lights so you can't find your vein.
Wait, what? That's what they're doing in libraries? How do you know that?
I don't know. I just read it. They're shitting in the streets and shooting in the libraries.
You really read that?
Goddamn weirdos.
And they have blue lights so you can't find your vein?
Yeah, in libraries and in convenience store bathrooms.
Where did you... Really?
Oh, and also fast food restaurant bathrooms.
Wow.
Fucking retards.
That's... it must be really bad if that's where we're going now.
Yeah.
Blue lights, everyone.
Now, when I was a kid, you didn't do heroin. There was a line you didn't cross. You cross that line, you're fucking up. Just like Anthony Cumia says.
What did he say?
Says the same thing. That was the line. You had your soft drugs and your hard drugs. Cocaine, LSD, marijuana, that was soft. But you go over to heroin and then you're in the hard and it's over.
Oh, cocaine was a soft drug, you think?
Yeah, cocaine was considered a soft drug. That's why everyone had a little Coke spoons, Coke is great, all that kind of stuff. Boom. It was basically Coke was trying to come in like some sort of, rich man's marijuana.
Oh, okay. I did not know that.
Until it took out the whole fucking population of Cucamonga.
Okay. I just know that people who did Coke thought they were having a heart attack a lot. So that didn't seem fun to me.
Well, that's true. I don't think not everyone thought they were having a heart attack, just the people you knew.
All right, well, that's...
Or that one guy.
What?
No, I don't know. Wasn't it just one person? Or he just thought he was having a heart attack. He wasn't actually on Coke.
What are you talking about?
The guitar player.
Oh, no, I'm talking about someone
who actually
else.
was on Coke.
I'm talking about someone else. You're talking about Ben?
Hey, I wasn't going to mention the name.
I don't think Ben was doing drugs.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe he was just a hypochondriac.
I think he was just a performance artist with an audience of one sometimes.
Yeah, heavily influenced by Fred Sanford.
He was very funny. Very funny. Anywho, yeah, OSI 74. We were going to do a show about our favorite things. And maybe we'll we'll still do that. Maybe next week.
That sounds good.
Gab.com is back online.
Good, very good.
This is what happens. I come in. I'm somebody who has a attention for detail, and I have some things that we need to talk about, and then we go off the rails, and I lose all type of concentration. I lose all type of concentration, and I have no idea what to say anymore about this movie. What, on a scale from 1 to 10, what would you give this movie?
I'd give it a 7.5. I think a 7.5 would be about what I would give it.
And what did you give? I think that's what you gave Deadpool.
Yeah, I guess maybe about the same as Deadpool. I like Paul Rudd more than Ryan Reynolds for sure. But I like Baccarin more than Evangeline Lilly.
Really?
And I don't love Michael Douglas.
Wow.
I don't mind him, but I don't love him.
All right. I didn't know that. See, for somebody who likes Morena Baccarin so much, you weren't really that much into...
I don't even know her real name. Now that I do, I'll never forget it.
For someone who likes Anara so much, you don't really love Firefly or Serenity.
I like it. I
Tell
like
me
those
something
movies.
that happens in the show.
The show?
There's one movie called Serenity, and then there's a show called Firefly.
I don't know. I know some stuff has happened.
Okay, well, what do you like about... So that's what I'm saying. You've only seen her in that movie, maybe.
Like A Leaf on the Wind and stuff. She's like a prostitute. There's like a leaf on a wind. A black chick, redhead guy. He's like a pilot or something.
Okay. That's Alan Tudyk.
Oh, that's okay. Whatever he wants to do in his own privacy is fine, but let's not put that out there.
All right. So anyway, just to...
Mal.
Okay.
It's got Mal.
Mal. Uh-huh.
Mal before he was, on that other show.
Yes.
What's that other show? Bones.
Castle.
Oh, he's not Bones.
David Boreanaz is Bones.
David Bananas.
Well, actually, David Bananas is on Bones. He wasn't Bones. Bones was the girl.
That's right. David Boreanaz. Now, that man has got a big forehead.
And Jealous.
Yes. The puppet.
Yes.
Where is the puppet Angelus? Now, that should fetch a high fee on eBay.
Yes. It's probably in a museum, I would say.
What would you give this movie?
I would give Ant-Man and the Wasp, I'd say I would give it
an 8.5.
I would give it an 8 3/4.
There you go. Very
Yeah.
good. What did you give? What would you have given Deadpool? Deadpool.
I think I gave Deadpool the same.
All right, so we're in agreement. We both like the movies about the same.
Yes.
And both these movies were better than I would expect. I guess I like comic book movies when they're a little less CGI. Wait a minute. Oh, okay, this is the thing.
Okay.
Wait a second.
Uh-oh.
Now I see.
What do you see?
I don't like animated comic book movies.
Animated. Like what?
Wasn't the Infinity Wars animated?
It's a movie.
Yeah, but it wasn't real characters. Like, it was like an animated character.
There was the Hulk, and there was
Thanos?
Thanos.
That wasn't a real character. That wasn't a real thing.
you mean he was a CGI character?
Yeah, I don't like that. There's too much. I can't relate to that.
You don't like the CGI?
No, I guess not. This movie had more acting, less CGI, in my opinion.
So that's why you liked it better.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fine.
I mean, of course, there was some CGI with them being in that...
The ants and stuff.
and the whatever, that plasma shit they were in and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But...
the quantum...
I feel like
dimension or whatever.
the humor and the acting took precedence over the CGI in this movie. The CGI definitely takes precedence in Infinity Wars.
Okay, so you don't like when the CGI is up and center and trying to wow you
No.
as much.
I like
it
fucking...
subtle.
I like Sam Shepard, all right?
Mm-hmm.
We don't need CGI in a Sam Shepard fucking play.
Okay, that's true. This movie, I don't know how much it cost to make, but it did make, so far, worldwide, $622 million. So that tells me that this movie played in China. And let me say this for this movie. For a movie that's acceptable by Chinese standards, this does a great job. A lot of those movies that have to go through the scrutiny of the Chinese checklist get watered down, or they suffer a lot. This movie does a great job at also being a Chinese movie. It's as I was watching it, I did in no way think, oh boy, it's a Chinese movie. So I'm shocked by that, but I'm happy that they were able to get that formula down for this one, because it's not an easy thing to do. It affects the movies adversely. So this one did not have that problem.
I didn't notice anything like that.
No, and usually I do. Like, I'm usually really looking for that.
And I didn't notice any overtly political stuff in this movie.
Nope, none.
So that's a win.
That's a win. Yes, no.
The movie was genuinely funny, and Michael Pena is the best part of it. Once again,
Yeah,
that man is funny. He's got a very good vibe.
he has a great vibe. He has he literally does steal the show in the best way possible. And Paul Rudd is, I don't know why, I just love Paul Rudd.
He's good. He's personable. He's good in everything he's in.
He's like the guy that you would be friends with and you would love to be friends with. And it brings you back to Role Models, which is also...
He's in Role Models?
Yeah, it's him and Sean William Scott.
Yeah.
Who we also really love.
Role Models was fucking funny as fuck.
And Joe Lo Truglio?
Yeah.
I love him.
And McLovin.
I really and the blonde lady.
I gotta tell you, Role Models is a way better movie than this.
Oh, okay. See, all of a sudden now, what do you give Role Models?
I have to watch it again, but it's just it's a real movie.
It's like a 9.
It's not some sort of comic book movie.
You love it.
Yeah.
You would give it a 9,
It's
I'm
very
sure.
good. It was very funny.
Very funny. All right. Just yawned. I don't know why. All right. Well, I guess that's it for this episode. Did you have anything else you wanted to say? Anything you wanted to plug, like the hotline?
No, you better do that.
We have a hotline. Please feel free to call it. Sometimes people call it and say things I don't understand, and I don't want to quite air it because I'm not sure what's being said. So if you would like to call the hotline, please do. It is 707-MACK, M-A-C-K, 043. MACK is for middle-aged cool kids, and that's us, champ.
707, man. Sonoma County, bro.
Okay.
In parts of Marin.
Is that true?
It could be.
All right.
Could be fucking Alaska for you, with this day's technology.
I mean, it could be, but it's not.
I got a number that says it's coming from your mom's house.
She's under the bed.
Exactly.
Do you ever want to go to Alaska? Have you been to Alaska?
What is this, a Joe Walsh tune?
Is that a Joe Walsh song? Have you been to Alaska?
No, he's got some song where he says he's been everywhere except Fairbanks, Alaska.
Oh.
Probably by now he's been there. Anyway, do I want to? Yeah, I've often thought about that.
It was the other day. I was thinking, what if we rented a camper and drove there?
That would be a long drive.
Yeah.
Don't you got to pass through Russia to get there? Yada da 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 yada da da da. That's not entirely true.
I've just thought perhaps, maybe that would be a fun thing to do. Nice big long road trip. I mean, yeah, that would be probably a month-long road trip, like 2 or 3 months.
Yeah, how far is Alaska from here? About 3,800 miles or something?
Probably at least, if not more. Because Alaska is so large. Alaska is like a third of the size of this country. It's huge.
They should have their own country.
I think
country of Alaska.
I mean,
when I was a kid, people used to go to Alaska and skin fish.
People do that all over the place.
You go there and you skin fish for a lot of money and you don't spend it on shit, and then you come back with stinky fingers and lots of money.
Oh, okay. Who did you know that did that?
Shrive did that.
He did?
Yeah.
He skinned fish?
Yep. He was in a fishery. Kids, they have, like if you're 17 and older, you can go there and basically there's nothing to do. They pay you insane money. You work insane hours and you save up your money and then leave.
You know what I'm saying? I bet they don't have any ticks or...
No, but your hands
spiders.
are in fish guts all day.
Well,
it's literally disgusting.
But people do that here. If you were a fisherman, you would go out to the lake behind our house, catch some sort of fish, and then you would clean it.
That's true.
We have a butcher right in town. A fish market, right in town.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing that all day long.
He's actually doing a more civilized job, though.
What do you think Shriver was...
this guy's at the fish market guy. He's just cutting up some fish.
Uh-huh.
He's not handling thousands of fish and dismembering them.
He might be.
Not like that. It's a crazy job.
Them.
It's a crazy job, that Alaskan fishery thing.
Okay. I didn't... Well, what kind of money was insane money?
I don't know, but at the time it seems like it was like $20 an hour when, kids were making like $7 an hour, that kind of thing. So now it's probably, who knows? I don't know. This was back in the 80s, 90s.
That's kind of awesome.
Yeah, I never did it, but I was never tempted because I could have done it if I wanted. It sounded too disgusting to me. Also, I think you had to work from 4 or 5 in the morning, to the same time in the afternoon. So it was way too long hours. It's grueling.
Yeah, but if you're smart enough to save up your money, that seems like a good way to make some kizzy.
Mm-hmm.
I've given some thought about it, and I really would maybe like to do a road trip at some point. And we could probably do the podcast from the road.
Impossible. When I'm on the road, I'm a completely different person.
No, you are not.
I'm in road mode.
That's not true.
Give me my captain's hat and my pipe. I'm in the road mode.
Okay. We could do we could get a nice big camper, and we could just take our time, take the animals, and do a nice podcast. Maybe stop and see movies along the way. Or
Sounds wonderful.
what?
It sounds wonderful.
Why not? I mean, I'm getting to a point in my life where
Take it ish.
there's places I would like to see, and I feel like the hourglass is running out. So there's some special things I would like to see. I think Alaska and doing some whale watching is one of them.
So if you would like to donate to our Alaska road trip fund, please give me $10,000 right now.
Okay, of course I'm not asking for that.
No, but it would be a wonderful surprise. But it doesn't hurt to ask.
Dave, it really does.
Hand me that knife. I need to cut a bagel.
It's very creepy.
I'm cutting a bagel now. Don't make me cut this bagel.
Okay.
You know,
Boy.
Ben and Jerry's just released an ice cream called Resist.
Ugh.
That sounds good. Everyone get really high cholesterol and have a heart attack while you resist.
While you're resisting.
The thing is, Ben and Jerry's, they're an accidental thing here because they initially wanted to start a bagel company.
Oh.
But they realized that the equipment to make bagels was way beyond what they could invest into their business to start up. So instead of making bagels, they made ice cream. And boom! What happened? If they had made bagels, it would have not gone anywhere.
Maybe we need to make some ice cream.
Maybe
Dave and
we need to make
Shecky's.
some bagels. I'll make Ben and Jerry's bagels just to go say fuck you guys.
Maybe we can make a Dave and Shecky's
Bagels.
bagel flavored ice cream.
That's right. And I'll show a picture of a fat Ben and Jerry and I'll say, resist you guys.
That's right. And we'll have a Trump flavor.
Yeah, let's just make an ice cream for half the population.
Yeah, I don't get it. But
It's
whatever.
literally retarded.
It is literally retarded.
That's my ice cream flavor. Literally retarded.
It's not Black Skittles?
Black Skittles is the name of a group I'm working on.
All right.
I just haven't found the proper members yet.
Yeah.
They got to be willing to be a cult member.
Mm-hmm.
Give all your possessions to me, and I'll give you ass Skittles.
Okay. So, Ant-Man and the Wasp, we both liked it. Did we spoil the ending?
You
guess
mean
we
the...
did. Well, don't do it now.
Oh, and then he.
Okay.
Because they all end up...
And then, of course, there's there's a after credit. It ends, and then there's a scene, and then there's some credits, and then there's a scene.
The final scene sucked ass. That was the worst part of the movie, the final scene.
The scene after the credits. Can I tell you something? How much I loved the end credits, the miniatures.
Oh yeah, that is really good. The whole movie was very good. I think.
I thought everything was really well done, and I give 2 thumbs up to Ant-Man and the Wasp. And I would say if you like comic book movies, or if you like Paul Rudd, or if you wish there was a replacement for John Leguizamo in every movie John Leguizamo was in, then this movie is for you.
This movie was better than Gremlins. Better than E.T.
Was better than Cats.
Exactly.
All right.
I loved it until I cried. I cried until I loved it.
All right. I think we're gonna just end this now. This shit show.
In Russia, you don't end shit show. Shit show ends you.
Oh, okay. All right, everyone. Have a great week, and we will see you next time. And we might be doing things that we're grateful for. Who knows?
Bye bye.